Good morning friends. Now we are discussing Buckingham's pi theorem in module number 4 of the subject fluid mechanics. What is Buckingham's pi theorem? So we have two methods in dimensional analysis. So Euler's method and Buckingham's method. So Euler's method is used to express the depending variable in terms of independent variables when the number of variables involved is maximum of 3 to 4. So when the number of independent variables is more than 4, so it is practically impossible to apply Euler's method, so Rayleigh's method. So we'll go for Buckingham's pi theorem. So we'll see the stepwise procedure of solving Buckingham's pi theorem by taking a numerical. So here it is said that the resisting force R. So we are writing the first expression, that is the given dependent variable, that is nothing but the resisting force of the supersonic plane during the flight is dependent upon. So that means R is now dependent variable. It is the function of the length of the aircraft L, velocity V, air viscosity mu, air density rho, and bulk modulus of air K. So this L, V, mu, rho and K are independent variables, whereas the resisting force R, it is written as the function of these 5 independent variables. So R is the dependent variable. Express the relationship between these variables, independent variables, and the resisting force R. Now function of R, L, V, mu, rho, K is equal to 0. Including this dependent variable R, the number of variables total is 6. So N is equal to 6. Number of fundamental dimensions, that is length, mass and time. We have 3 fundamental dimensions, so M is equal to 3. So number of dimensionless pi terms. So number of pi terms used will be always N minus M. So in this problem, so the total number of variables N is equal to 6. And the number of fundamental dimensions used will be L, M and T. So M is equal to 3. So N minus M. So 6 minus 3. So that is 3. So thus we are using number of pi terms used in this problem. Pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 will be formed. So function of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 will be equal to 0. Now the first step is completed. In the second step, we have to make sure that each of these 3 pi terms will contain M plus 1 variables, where M is equal to 3, and they are also repeating variables. So out of 6 variables we have here R, L, V, mu, rho and K, we have to search 3 variables as the repeating variables. So 3 variables will be selected as repeating variables. So R is a dependent variable. So this R, the resisting force, so it is dependent variable, so it cannot be used as repeating variable. Out of the remaining 5 variables, so one should represent geometric property, second flow property, and third will be fluid property. The 3 repeating variables selected, so they should represent geometric property, flow property and fluid property. So out of these L, V, mu, rho and K, so we are selecting L, V and mu as repeating variables. So L is representing here the geometric property, that is length. Length is a geometric property. So then V, velocity, so that is the flow property. And mu, viscosity, so that is fluid property. So the repeating variable selected should represent geometric property, flow property and the fluid property. So these the three fundamental dimensions will exist in L, V and mu, and they themselves do not form the dimensionless group. So now let us see how to write the pi terms. So pi 1, pi 2, pi 3. So these three repeating variables are used in all the three pi terms. L, V, mu, L, V, mu, L, V, mu. They are repeated in all the three pi terms. So the other three terms left out of the 6 variables. So 3 variables are used as repeating variables, L, V, mu. So the other 3 variables are writing at the end of each pi term, R, mu and K. Now each pi term will be solved by the principle of dimensional homogeneity. So we have left hand side pi 1. So we don't have the fundamental dimensions. So L, M and T are having the power of zeros. Then coming to the right hand side, we have length L. So that is written as capital L to the power of A1. Then velocity V. So that is written as meter per second. So that is L T to the power of minus 1 to the power of B1. And density, it is mass by volume. So mass is M, volume L cube, M by L cube. So that is M L to the power of minus 3 to the power of C1. And R is resisting force. Force is nothing but mass into acceleration. So that is written as mass M, acceleration. So it is meter per second square. So meter, that is length. So L divided by T square. So L T to the power of minus 2. So equating the powers of L, M and T on both sides. So we don't have L, M and T on left hand side. So their powers are 0. And writing the power of L on the right hand side. So we have L to the power of A1, L to the power of B1 and L to the power of minus 3C1 and L to the power of 1. So taking the sum of the powers of L on the right hand side. Similarly, M and T will be written here and solving for A1, B1, C1. We are getting them. So substituting, we have pi 1. So we are substituting the values of A, B, C. We are getting the pi 1 term. Similarly, go to pi 2 term. L to the power of A2, V to the power of B2, rho to the power of C2, mu. So equating the powers of L, M and T on both the sides and solving for ABC. So we are getting A2, B2, C2. Substituting them A2, B2, C2 in pi 2 term. And similarly the third term pi 3 will be taken and substituting the powers on both sides to get A3, B3, C3. So f of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 is 0. So the equation is obtained. R is the function of the other independent variables like this. Thank you.